What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to jump into the Superclass stage of Extreme Super Battle Road here. We are jumping in with a Hybrid Saiyans Saviors team. So the unit that is definitely the highlight of the team here is the AGL Gotenks. He is our absolute monster. Probably... I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he is the best Super Battle Road unit in the game. He is absolutely the best unit for Super Battle Road. Any stage that you have the option to bring him on, you should. And in this stage, you're going to see why. He does a lot for us. So we've got the Int Hercule here that we're running as our slot 1 unit, already dodging super attacks for us, which is absolutely wonderful. I've got full dodge in his kit because he is meant to, you know, be dodging there for us. So unfortunately, he does take that super attack for almost half of our HP. He's, you know, reducing damage received by like 50%. But then when our health lowers, he's going to be reducing it by a lot more. So yeah, so he did take a lot there, but that was only because our health was absolutely full. Once it's down below halfway, he's not going to be taking, like, anything. And here you can see the AGO Gotenks going absolutely bonkers. He gets a triple super attack here, with his AoE having a medium chance to stun on every enemy every time. And so here, he is basically able to stun everyone, with the exception of... I'm blanking on his name, Tagoma. With the exception of Tagoma. Yeah, so that was obviously very good to see. He basically made this first fight free for us because we only have to worry about the one attack against Tagoma there. But if we just keep the Ultimate Gohans linked up together, they're going to be amazing offensively and defensively. So we should not have anything to worry about. So yeah, here we are going to focus on Tagoma there, since he's the only person who can deal any damage to us, just to make sure that we don't take any hits this turn, because everyone else is stunned. And it's actually lucky that Tagoma is attacking once in the first slot there, because that means that the Tech Gohan is going to get a chance to proc his passive. Because here he'll get hit, and then he gets his additional attack stat. So that's going to boost his attack by quite a bit for the turn, which is nice. So I have the physical future Gohan that I'm running as well. He is probably just going to be more of a floater for us. We don't have a Trunks on the team to give him access to the second part of his passive. That makes him, like, absolutely insane to run. And he is definitely going to be taking a little bit of damage until he builds up just a bit for, you know, over the course of a few turns. So he's not going to be the most reliable unit. It's definitely going to be better for us to have the rotations we are running with the Tech Gohans guarding in the first slot, and then the AGL Gotenks and the STR Ultimate Gohan. And then we'll be floating everybody else. And then I imagine that AGO Gotenks here with an additional, yeah, he should be able to take out this Frieza. It does suck that we don't have him now on the first rotation of this next fight. But we are going to have both of the Ultimate Gohans together, and they are a pretty strong rotation as well. This is a 5-enemy fight, so this could be a little bit dicey. We're rocking almost 200k defense with every unit on rotation, though, which is very nice. This is a perfect turn for the Goten and Trunks to show up, because they're giving 40% attack and defense to every unit on the rotation right now, which is so good. That is going to be helping us tremendously. So yeah, already you can see we are tanking normals for double digits, which is a good sign. We do have guard active there, so technically those were all like type disadvantage tanks. But yeah, okay, our attack stats are already high enough that we're one-shotting enemies Not too surprising because it's a 5 enemy fight, so usually, aside from the leader, who in this case is the hit, everyone else is going to be going down pretty easily. So we take like 150k on a super attack there, which isn't the worst. It looks like a lot of our health, but that's because we're only rocking 400k. This leader skill only has 130% to HP, and then it's 170 to attack and defense, so our HP is not the most insane. So yeah, we do need to be a little bit careful. Luckily, we only had to take one super attack, though, on that first stage, which was very, very good. We were able to avoid taking any other ones, which is nice, because if we had taken 2 or 3, we would be dead right now. So now we're just going to need to be careful, or I guess lucky, to dodge, or stun, rather. Stun as many of these enemies as we can with the Gotenks, and then we should be sitting pretty. I am a little worried about the hit because he is attacking a lot of times. So yeah, I'm hoping we can take out the hit by the end of this. I focused all of my attacks on him this turn, so. Okay, so yeah, without the support on rotation, and without the amazing link up with the STR Ultimate Gohan, we're not tanking for double digits here before we super attack. Like outright on turn 1 for this Gohan. He is going to have to build up a little bit. So it's a good thing that we were able to super attack there and build up, because now we're able to tank decently enough to not die from that super attack from hit. It is a little unfortunate that hit snuck in a super attack there, because we do stun him here. So if his super attack had been later in the turn, then we would have mitigated that damage. So yeah, we are in a bit of a precarious situation because we have almost no HP left. If I could go back and do this run over, I would not bring the physical future Gohan. I think I would bring somebody else who has, you know, a better ability, you know, some type of like more usable ability, like something with healing. Like the AGL Kid Gohan, for instance, because his active skill allows us to get a good heal off when we get to low HP numbers and stuff, which can be super, super useful. The tricky part with the super class stage and the extreme class stage is that you have to bring a unit of every typing. So that was a little bit of the reason why we built the team the way we did. So yeah, if we didn't bring the physical future Gohan, we were going to have to bring a different physical unit, and he is by far the best physical unit that we could have brought for this team build, so we did have to bring him. So we're not able to finish off Botamo just quite, but that's okay because he didn't do any super attack anyway, so we are still safe and guarded there. All the enemies are live again. We have no stuns off. The 2 turns have passed, so we are again in danger of potentially taking a super attack. So I think I opt to just focus on hit this turn, just to make sure that hit is fully taken out since he's attacking everybody. I probably should have focused on him a little heavier from the start, just to make sure that we're not taking, you know, multiple super attacks from him. We've already taken 1, so taking another one would definitely not be good. Alright, and we're able to get a nice little bit of healing there at the end with those AGL orbs. We're also getting very close to that Dokkan attack, so I am hoping that I'll be able to like finish off this fight this turn, though I don't think it's going to happen because the Kappa is still at full HP. And everyone attacking for the rest of the rotation has type disadvantage against Kappa, so we're definitely not going to be able to finish off this fight on this turn. So hopefully, I actually don't remember if we end up, I think we do end up proccing the Dokkan attack on this fight, rather than at the beginning of the next fight, which is always bad because you want to be able to proc the Dokkan attack at the beginning of the final fight, because then you can do a massive amount of damage to those final enemies and win that final fight pretty easily. And then you're also starting that final fight off with full HP. It's pretty much a recipe for a free win. So yeah, here our defense numbers are looking pretty crazy. So I actually opt to grab all of these tech orbs because we heal up quite a bit there. And then again, we get a decent heal with those STR orbs. Now looking back at the video, if I had not selected those type orbs, we would not have gotten the Dokkan attack here. And we would have been able to save it for the next turn. Though we didn't end up needing it because we got the W anyway. So I guess that works out. This is probably more useful for people to see as well because I know when I was first clearing the Super Battle Road stages as they were coming out like years ago, and I'd watch YouTubers do them, they would always be able to do enough damage to the enemies to get their Dokkan attack on this final fight. And I was always taking an extra couple turns because all my units were 55%, or I was missing one or two of the top units, so I wasn't doing quite as much damage. And then I would always get the Dokkan attack at the end of the second fight there, and I was never able to save it for this third fight. So I know a lot of people probably struggle with that. So this is going to be a good example of how that can work out in your favor as well. You don't necessarily always need to have the Dokkan attack in the final fight. Because now at least we did enough damage with the Dokkan attack that we are fully healed. So we are starting this final fight out fresh with full HP. And luckily we have the AGL Gotenks on rotation, which is very, very good for us because he has got those stun chances. And if we were able to stun lock this final rotation with only 2 enemies here, we're going to be sitting pretty for sure. So far so good. We haven't taken any super attacks. Which I guess is only good if Gotenks is able to get the stuns there. So he stuns Goku Black. And then here we go with the additionals. Go off Gotenks. Okay, so we're not able to stun Zamasu. So we do take a little bit of chip damage here. But then I didn't want to give Hercule a... I guess I didn't switch up who he was attacking, so we are just stunning the Rose here. We got like 4 stuns on him this turn, which is massive. You know, not that anything past 1 does anything. It'd be really cool if they stacked. If stuns that you gave to a unit every turn stacked. So then, like, we got 2 stuns with Gotenks and then 2 stuns with Hercule. If he were stunned for like the next 4 turns, that'd be insane. That'd be really cool if there was a unit who did that. Or if they made that, like, a possibility, you know? Because nowadays, like, a singular enemy surviving 4 turns isn't even, like, that realistic. So yeah, I guess that would be kind of a broken ability. Because you could essentially just stun lock an enemy to the point where they would never be able to attack again no matter what, so... kind of OP, but it would be fun to use. Alright, so another very hard-hitting turn. That is definitely our best offensive rotation right here, with the Goten and Trunks on support for the 2 Ultimate Gohans. And you can see just how tanky these enemies are. We've only got the Goku Black down to just below 50% HP there. And we haven't even begun to work on the Zamasu yet, so... this is a big part of why I wanted to get the Dokkan attack on this final fight. Just because these enemies are so tanky and they take such a long time to get through. At the moment, I'm not even really too worried about taking damage or dying. It's just more about being able to dish it out quick enough to where this fight isn't going to take us, 9 turns to get through. Which we've got a lot of units that are building up every turn, and they're getting stronger and stronger, so you're going to start to see them hit harder and harder, and these enemies should go down pretty quickly. I think the Zamasu should go down a little bit quicker than the Goku Black did. Alright, so Gotenks stunned Zamasu there on the first super. Not able to stun Goku Black. Unfortunately, he was messing up a little bit there for us, but that's okay. Again, luckily, we didn't have to take a super attack, so that is very good. And future Gohan is going to do quite a bit of damage here to Zamasu, having type advantage. Okay, so of course Rose has a barrage of attacks before he dies here. And he is going to definitely die this turn. Especially with the STR Ultimate Gohan attacking with type advantage. There's no way he survives. So we should only have to worry about Zamasu. And then there's also a chance that the Hercule is going to stun Zamasu at the end. And then we could potentially just stun lock him through the rest because we'll have Gotenks back next turn as well. So yeah, 3.4 million attack stat, definitely enough. You know, we would have seen a lot of damage on Goku Black if he was still alive at that point. Okay, so unfortunately no stun there. But that's okay. We've got Tech Gohan with 270k defense, so we should be perfectly fine. I gave the 3 orbs to the Goten and Trunks because they have higher defense, so we got a little bit more of a heal there. Alright, we're up to a 3 million attack stat here with Gohan, which is nice. And he gets the crit for us, which is perfect because I think it lowered the Zamasu's health enough that we're going to be able to finish him off this turn. Yeah, especially with Gotenks getting an additional. We should not have any issues finishing up the fight. Surprising that he didn't get a stun there, actually. His stuns were a little bit lackluster there for us. I think that kind of proved you don't really need to rely on his stuns and stuff too much. I guess, I don't know. I say that lightly because maybe you do. He did do a lot of work for us in that first fight, so. Alright, so the untimely Dokkan attack made that take way longer than it needed to. 17 minutes there. But we are able to pretty easily get through the Superclass stage. Hybrid Saiyans is always a good team to rely on. Very, very strong. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that run. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys thought. Subscribe to see more runs like this in the future. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.